So if I'm looking at a weird shape, the first thing I want to identify generally is the front of the house. Now, if you'd built this, you probably already had like a front or a back, right? But currently, we don't really have one, so I could pick any of these sides. I would like something that is going to look good when it's roofed, so probably not this side or this side because it has these one tile bump outs. So then that brings me to either this side or this side for my front. Now this projecting right here immediately makes me think garage, plus we have this little nestled area for our front door, and we could turn this into a sort of column for a deck roof, which would be delightful. And if you haven't done shell challenges before, generally you cannot adjust any of the walls that have been placed, but you can add walls inside. You can usually add deck floor as well. So like out here I was saying I might add a little deck here, which would make that area pretty easy to roof, just by grabbing a half gable, and all of a sudden we have a front deck, which is super great. Another nice thing about a garage is you can get away with a different pitch roof on the garage, which is so incredibly handy, and place that same piece here. There, see how normal that looks? Up here, this shape is going to be really easy to just do a cross gable on, so we will start with that. I'll fix it, don't worry. And then a little piece here. And you can see how having these slightly larger shapes, ignore that the eaves are touching. Okay, it's a shell challenge, we have to suffer sometimes. This is just going to make roofing that and having it look somewhat normal, you know. A classic little suburban house a lot easier. Over here, if you hold shift on your keyboard, you can move one eave at a time, which is super handy. And what that's going to let us do is have a slightly less dramatic overlap there. And I'm going to use a half wall to turn this little spot into a chimney, because that just seems like the easiest way to get out of that, frankly. Now this little one tile area here, if it's next to a chimney, all of a sudden it's just a sloped side of a chimney, so that's a lot easier. This piece right here, again, gonna be pretty simple to just throw a gable on. Now this area, I think this is like a pretty good spot for a back door. So then that area, I will copy my half gable roof piece and place it here. There's that. For this area, I have a couple of options. I could start with a couple of gables and just stack them like so. It's not super pretty, but it functions. It's fine. We're not doing round walls. No. Or we could take this half gable again. I'm going to hold Alt once again to maintain the height, but adjust just the pitch. So it should, well, it's supposed to line up. Anyway, so I can put that there. Which again, it's like, it's fine. It's nothing super special, but that's why we didn't make this the front of the house, because it's awkward. This is less awkward. I don't think that's too bad for just a quick look at roofing a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad shell challenge.